So my class can be divided into two groups, single girls and pregnant girls. Hi guys, Shira here. It's now been what feels like 2.5 months since I've been back in Israel. It doesn't feel long because it's been bad. It's been great. It's just that ever since I got here, I've been really busy. On top of school. School is exhausting. I'm in school for like between 8 and 10 hours a day, and then after school I just have a lot of reading to catch up on. So yeah, that's really exhausting. But not only do I have school to deal with, but I still have to deal with my aliyah. My aliyah process did not end with getting off a plane and getting a Teudat Zehut. One of the things I had to get taken care of was opening a bank account, which is one thing that had to be done before I could do anything else along in the process. I was expecting to be like 15 minutes at the bank, you know, simply switch my English name into my Hebrew name, switch my passport number into my Teudat Zehut number. But in Israel, things generally take 4 times as long as they're supposed to. I was in the bank for about an hour, a little over an hour, closing my first account and reopening a new one. And reopening a new account is just a really long process when a printer is really slow. If you can remember, the last time my school took out money from my account, they put me in overdraft. So this time, I thought I was being clever by closing my bank account on the day they were expected to take out money. But the joke was on me, because it turns out it takes 3 days for an account closure to process, and they managed within those 3 days to take out 1,500 shekel from my bank account. But luckily for me, my banker called me and he offered to transfer money from my new account into my old account. So it was taken care of, but it was annoying. Hopefully this will be the last occurrence of its kind, because as soon as I get to the student authority, I can arrange for them to pay for my tuition, because one of the benefits for Olim Chadashim is 3 years of university tuition. Hopefully I can get to the student authority tomorrow. It's just very hard. The reason this process takes so long is because every single thing that has to be done is done in a different office, which are all in different buildings, in different locations all over the city. They're all open different hours and they all require different documents. But it turns out that the student authority is in the same building as Misrad Klita, the Ministry of Absorption, which I have to go to anyways. One of the aliyah benefits I mentioned a number of times is the money that you get over the first 8 months after making aliyah. Hopefully I can get all that taken care of really soon, and after that I'll more or less be done with all my aliyah stuff that I can think of right now. So I'm in my apartment right now, my nice lovely bedroom. I recorded this video and then I watched it, and then I realized just how white these walls are. Watching that video over, wow, the white background is really not good for my complexion. So I just put up all my pictures just to give it a little bit of color, so I hope it is better. So yeah, about my apartment. It's both better and worse than my apartment last year. The one major better part is that it's bigger. My bedroom is quite big, even though I'm sharing it with 2 other girls this year. I have a lot of cupboard space. I also have great roommates, great dira mates, not such a far walk to school, and there's actually a living room with couches, so that's really nice. But the bad parts, yeah, are pretty bad. Just picture this, an apartment that has not been renovated since it was built, like 40 years ago. So when an apartment is this old, the kitchen, the bathrooms, because they're so old, they always just look dirty and gross. So I try to spend as little time as possible in the kitchen and in the bathroom, but, you know, sometimes you have stuff to do in those rooms. And on top of that, there's no supermarket in the vicinity, and worse, there's no internet. We don't know how long we're staying in this apartment. It could be from anywhere between 1 and 3 months. The new building is going to be new, so that'll be great. We'll have a new kitchen, new bathrooms, which would be like really amazing. I'm just worried about the limited storage space because, you know, I have a lot of stuff. I had like 8 boxes in the machzan, and then I brought 3 75-pound bags with me back now. Really, I have like no idea what's going to happen when I need to move out of here. I really don't want to think about that right now. White background is really not good for my complexion.